regular meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Warrenville Public Library District on Wednesday, April 20th at 7:18. Take a roll call vote. Trustee Stoll. Present. No, it's not a vote. What is this? It's just a roll call. Trustee Lazar. Here. Trustee Warren.
Present.
Trustee Ratzika.
Present.
Trustee Richardson.
Here.
Trustee Pika.
Present.
Trustee Grocer is here, and Sandra Whitmer, the director, and Jackie Davis, the assistant to the director, and various and sundry other people. Do I need to state all? Okay. Thank you. Let's move on to, do we need to approve the remote attendance? No. All right, let me skip that. Can we move to the approval of the agenda? Can I have a motion?
I got one thing. Oh, never mind. Don't. I don't say that. Anyways,
All right.
I move that we approve the agenda.
second.
It was, the motion was made by, Dr. Stoll.
Oh, wow.
Trustee Stoll. And
I
seconded
think you're
by
moving too fast.
Trustee Lazar. I'm gonna drink some water here. And so let's do a voice vote. Trustee Stoll.
Aye.
Trustee Lazar.
Aye.
Trustee-
Roll call?
Roll call?
Yeah, roll call. If you're saying each person's
God, you're
name,
right.
voice vote is all
I'm
ayes.
so sorry. Trustee Warren.
Me too.
Trustee Ratzika.
Aye.
Trustee Richardson.
Aye.
Trustee Pika.
Aye.
Trustee DeRocher votes aye. And we have approved the agenda. All right, presentations. Yay. So Kathy has been with us for 5 years. Let's give her a round of applause. I can't believe it's been 5 years. I really cannot believe it. I feel like you just got here, but you have done so much fantastic work. So here is your very fancy certificate.
Oh.
Oh, hang on. I'm
Wait.
sorry.
You have to get the passing of the certificate moment here.
Portrait landscape.
You're gonna put that on the website.
One,
Here, from you, Kathy, what are some highlights of working in this fabulous place?
Well, how much time do we have?
Well, a lot more than I said, because I couldn't see the cohesive sessions together.
So highlights would include, of course, working with some very lovely and inspiring people, especially Sandy, Jackie, all the members of the management team, a few of the, I would call them senior members of our staff, such as Sylvia or Diana. Everybody is happy to answer questions and to do brainstorming. So that's very, very inspiring. And I certainly, in this time, learned a considerable amount about libraries in general. I've learned a lot about library marketing. I've learned a lot about marketing. So I would just want to say thank you to everybody, especially Sandy, for hiring me 5 years ago. It's been a good experience. Thank you.
I think you've added so much to the library. It's a pleasure to see all the beautiful things that you created, signs. I mean, even the mask signs are nice, you know?
Very professional.
Very professional.
Well, I mean, I have to say it, I said it before, just about everything I do, I just always ask for someone's opinion, ask for someone else to take a look before we post this, put this up. People have some really good suggestions, which I've incorporated into my work, so.
And Kathy, 5 years ago, we were wrapping up the renovation project. So when Kathy was hired, she had to really hit the ground running because we were planning for our renovation grand opening, and we had a task list that was quite long for somebody who wasn't familiar with our library in particular. So she got up and ran with it. It was integral part of the success of that event. An integral part of the success of many of our other initiatives. She gives us great feedback as well, so. And I will say she has a really great laugh. So, that I appreciate. Brightens my day when I'm happy laughing, so. Well, thank you for everything, Kathy. Thank you.
All right, so
So you can pass this up.
cupcakes.
Take one and pass it on.
Thank you for sharing cupcakes. It's exciting to have cupcakes again or whatever.
Oh, you want to reach and grab one, kind of grab them to the side a little bit.
Thank you.
Use Paul's example, stab it with your fork, out it comes. I want to see everybody wearing the butterfly rings at the meeting.
I think extra for those.
And look, they're adjustable.
For the decoration.
Oh, the butterfly rings. They're wings and rings.
Congratulations.
Okay.
I know the Heineken.
It's wonderful to work with you.
It's a perfect pinky ring. Maybe for your. All right. Moving on to public comments. It looks like we don't have any.
Yes.
We do not have any.
All right. And no correspondence?
I'm gonna just pass around a card that Diana shared with me, that came to you versus staff from one of our members.
Nice.
A nice.
Let's take a look at those. All right, you're already on the back of the agenda. Fantastic. Secretary, take it away.
Consent agenda for the library board meeting of Wednesday, April 20th, 2022. Item number A, approve minutes of the March 16th, 2022 regular board meeting. B, receive and file financial report for March. C, approve a 1.9 market adjustment to wage scale effective July 1st, 2022.
Thank you so much, Secretary. I was in the middle of reading this lovely card. Can I have a motion, please?
I move that we approve the consent agenda as read.
Second.
Motion was made by trustee Lazan and seconded by trustee Warren. We'll do a roll call vote. Trustee Stowe.
Aye.
Trustee Lazan. Aye. Trustee Warren.
Aye.
Trustee Rizika. Trustee Richardson. Aye. Trustee Pika. Aye. Trustee Grocer votes aye. Consent agenda is approved. All right. Regular agenda. May I have a motion for item 8A?
I move that we approve payments for the period of March 17th through April 20th, 2022 for checks number 8729 through checks number 8784 with electronic payments. I don't know if there's something specific, and then apparently nothing was voided.
Oh, here, because I didn't keep
Okay, I don't have to look for them.
That's the thing I read back and then I didn't have time to pass it out.
Okay, so I'll
Here.
finish reading this.
It's just, yes, it's the amount.
Okay.
It's under.
Okay, pay invoices in the amount of $69,802.37 for the period of March 17th, 2022 through April 20th, 2022, including electronic payments and checks number 8729 through 8784, checks number 8741, 8758, 8759, 8776, 8777, 8779, and 8782 are voided.
I second.
Take a breath.
Somebody wanted to move it along. I'm
I'll
just trying to
second
go
that.
along
Thank you.
with that.
Thank you, and thank you. That motion was made by trustee Stowe and seconded by trustee Warren. We'll take another roll call vote. We'll start over with trustee Pika.
I'm looking
Oh, okay. Trustee Richardson just voted aye. Trustee Rizika.
Aye.
Trustee Warren.
Aye.
Trustee Lazan.
Aye.
Trustee Stowe.
Aye.
And trustee DeRosa votes aye, and the payments are approved. If I could have a motion for 8B, transfer funds.
I move that we transfer $150,000 from our commercial checking account to our operating checking account.
I'll second.
Motion was made by trustee Pika and seconded by trustee Warren. Is there any discussion? I keep forgetting to ask that.
Move along.
No discussion. We'll do another roll call vote. Trustee Stoll. Aye. Trustee Lazan. Aye. Trustee Warren.
Aye.
Trustee Pika. Aye. Trustee Pika.
Aye.
Trustee DeRosa votes aye. Trustee Richardson is absent for that vote. All right, unfinished business. Approved revised proposals on page 23 of your packets for replacement of exterior hollow metal doors.
I move that we accept the Shell Construction revised proposal for the replacement of the exterior and basement metal doors, but I can't say aluminum. Metal doors in the amount of $15,877.
I second.
Wonderful. Discussion. Sandy, do you have anything to add?
This was a Jake.
Jackie.
I guess when they came out to order the materials, it was, and we were just replacing the one door. If you're coming up to the door down there, it would have been the right-hand side with a metal door with a window, is what's there. Well, they discovered that the other door was pretty rotten and the frame is not good. So we're having to replace the whole shebang then. That's what he
Shebang.
But it'll
Yeah.
still be cheaper to do it.
Yes, yes.
Say that again, it'll be cheaper to do what?
Altogether.
Altogether and to eliminate one of the doors to save money.
And it's not insulated?
I believe it's an insulated door. Oh, no, hollow core,
talking about
hollow
hollow.
metal. No, it's not. It's whatever we have down there now. We kind of, in fact, but the one will have a window in it. Because the staff wants to be able to see out there and see if there's, they won't still see if someone's lurking around the corner, but if somebody's coming in, instead of banging the door open on somebody. Right.
The cameras look good.
Maybe.
All right. Sounds like it's pretty straightforward. Do we have any other discussion? All right.
Does it need to be insulated down there?
I guess it's not now.
Feels pretty toasty.
Oh, it's toasty all the time, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. Let's go ahead and take a vote. Trustee Stoll?
Aye.
Trustee Lazan?
Aye.
Trustee Warren?
Aye.
Trustee Ritzika? Trustee Richardson? Trustee Pika?
Aye.
And trustee DeRosa votes aye, and motion carries for the doors. Good. Now we're moving on to new business, authorizing individual consultants with library attorney for completion. I have a motion, please.
Can we find out who? I think you're gonna need to know. The motion will include names.
Okay, so we need to do discussion first.
Okay, unless you want to make a motion and then amend the motion.
Let's just make the motion after we know what we're talking about.
I move we authorize
Or we'll do this one.
one-to-one consultant with libraries.
Stop, wait.
She just said the opposite. She just said, let's have a
Oh,
discussion.
okay.
All right. Take it away, Sandy.
I guess issue 2 would like to have a one-on-one consultation with the library attorney for assistance with completing the statement of economic. Heather, Sandy, anyone else? Yeah, I think we're okay. I think so. Jerry.
Okay. So do we need to list first and last names?
I think you could just say trustees,
Trustees?
Stoll,
And then-
Pika, and Lozan.
I move we authorize trustee Stoll, oh, I guess maybe I can't, since I shouldn't.
Right.
Okay, good.
I move we authorize
Thank you.
trustee Stoll.
Pika.
Lizan, Pika,
There you go. Wait.
for up to, what was that one?
what do you want there?
An hour? One hour.
Up to 1 hour each of one-on-one consultation with the library's attorneys to review and complete the statement of economic needs.
I'll second.
Is there any further discussion?
Other
Right.
than if this gets approved, I will reach out to the attorneys tomorrow and let them know that the board has authorized this, and then I will forward you your contact information.
So but this is a voice vote or a roll call?
I would say the roll call.
Yeah, yes, there was one.
And when I get to those people, they should abstain?
Probably.
Okay, it'll still pass.
Was that your question?
No, my question was if I changed my mind, I can just let you know.
Yeah.
You won't pay the expense.
Correct.
Thank you. Yep. Okay, so let's take a roll call vote. Trustee Stoll,
Abstain.
trustee Lazan,
Abstain.
trustee Warren,
Aye.
trustee Ritziga.
Aye.
Trustee Richardson.
Aye.
Trustee Pika,
Abstain.
trustee DeRosa votes aye, motion carries. All right, the second thing is authorizing staff to close the Fifth Third money market account and transfer balance. Go ahead and have a motion.
I move we authorize staff to close the Fifth Third Bank money market account and transfer balance to an operating checking.
Second. The motion was made by trustee Ward and seconded by trustee Stoll. Well, we'll call it trustee Stoll. Somebody else got in there too. And let's have some discussion. Sandy, you have anything you want to say?
I don't, other than this will make, I think, life easier and we're not getting anything out of these accounts, really. As it is. So it's costing us more money to balance that account every month than it does.
And this would eliminate one of those fees you were talking about?
No,
All right. Does anyone have any questions about this? And because this is money, it's roll call?
I think so.
All right, let's take a roll call vote. We'll start over with you. Trustee Pika.
Aye.
Trustee Richardson.
Aye.
Trustee Ritziga. Aye. Trustee Warren.
Aye.
Trustee Lazan.
Aye.
Trustee Stoll.
Aye.
Trustee DeRosa votes aye. Motion carries. All right, director's report.
Let me review the report as it's written. Let me know if you have any questions. But I do have a question that has come up since I wrote this report. Next month, I'm actually looking at moving our insurance to a different brokerage, to a group, library group, and they are willing to do a presentation for the board if that's something that's next month. But the question is whether you would like them to be here in person or if they can attend virtually. Do you have a preference?
But before we decide to have the presentation, is there, I mean, I trust that you've done a lot of homework on this. Do we really need to hear their presentation? Or can we just hear from you why you want to do it?
If you choose to do that, that's your, that I guess that's up to the board.
I missed which type of insurance?
Our property, liability.
I just want to remind us that we have another pretty lengthy budget discussion next month, just saying. So I'm not sure. I don't object to having this presentation. I just think other people need it. Anybody have any other thoughts?
There's an expenditure. Want to hear what they have to say.
Well, just, I would say in case we have any questions, I mean, I realize they're not occurring to us now, but once you read the information, we might have questions to ask them. So,
I have a suggestion, maybe see if you would like to hear them, but ask them to limit the length of their presentation to time period, 15 minutes. Anything important they have to say, and then time for questions and answers.
Did you guys virtual?
yeah.
Yeah, I would say if you want to limit to that length, I would suggest virtual.
Yeah, right.
So they don't have to drive out.
That sound okay with everyone?
What was the length of time? I couldn't hear.
She
I
said
don't
15
know.
minutes.
15
Yeah,
minutes,
15
but I
minutes.
think we can make a proposal presentation in 15 minutes and then time for question and answers.
I thought you said 3 minutes and I'm like.
I can do it.
We can't even name the title of the proposal.
Right, well, that's what it was like.
Okay.
15 is definitely.
And virtual,
Yeah.
okay. You don't need to shake your hands.
All right, good. Any other comments about the director's report?
Sandy, are you looking at changing any of the COVID-19 and mitigation?
We just reviewed things yesterday, no, and today the case rate is up about 13%.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking,
So-
see if the mandates are
Yeah,
being challenged.
yeah. The management team met yesterday, and I think pretty much everything is status quo. We're all back to wearing masks. We actually had an employee who tested positive, so not all of us were close contacts, but we're all wearing our masks for that reason.
Are the members, have you given any feedback, pushback from our members?
No.
Well, I just, there are people now who are going in and saying they want people to know them wearing masks, so.
Yeah, we have not done that.
Yeah.
As far as that.
And there really are not a lot of people in the building, so
Yeah.
it's very easy for people to space themselves from others.
I did want to know about the FOIA request. Are we, should we have a night? We should be watching ABC 7 News.
No, because there was nothing to report, so. But I think that gentleman was just simply doing general research. on, The reconsiderations of our file. Mostly with schools. 200 has been having quite a number of discussions and public comments at the board meetings on it.
So on that, is there a point that say DuPage County goes up that we would consider going back to mask or changing anything? Or is it, if it was something that came down from the governor and the state line?
I think probably there was something that came down from the governor of the statewide. I don't envision us making a decision to require masks on our own without some other entity, yeah, saying that. If the CDC said it's time to wear masks, if the county said it's time to wear masks again. That's the guidance that we followed all along, so we would follow that.
All right, we'll move on. Anything else? Cindy?
I don't think so.
Glad to see that we're stepping back up and getting some more of the events out there, like the parade and 4th of July and National Night Out. It's coming up.
And there's one to add to that, the Park District is having a multicultural
Multicultural festival, June
festival.
11th.
June 11th, so participate.
All right, does everybody have any comments or discussion about any of the department head reports?
Paul, on page 33, your programming, are those are at this point suggestions. Some of them I know are on the list, but some of the other ones are considerations.
Correct, yeah, that's
They're
what
great- Some of them
the,
are great ideas, and that's why I'm asking.
absolutely, yeah, that's the Spanish programming committee. That was they had their first meeting last month, and that's what they came up with. This. And a few things that we already been doing already. It's the last bullet point, and then which at the end of this month, the big one is DWS.
I just wanted to say that I think that committee is doing a great job.
Is that
I'm very excited about the computer training in Spanish.
How did the kindergarten roundup prep night go?
which one was that?
In your programming there, that Diane was doing.
That is a possible future program.
Oh, I see.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, we do usually do kindergarten readiness programs right before they start the school year, which Kiri is doing this year. But Diana was thinking about doing it in Spanish as well.
All right. Other comments about the department? We're here.
I enjoyed reading about some PLA
Yes.
things that were attended.
Would like to say thanks for sending me. It was my first one, and it was a really cool experience. Got a lot out of it. It was pretty cool.
All right. Let's go to the treasurer's. Our president's report.
Yes.
Excuse me.
While you're looking, Sandy.
Yes.
Not in time. I don't know what that is, I'm sorry. The
Trustee day.
trustee
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I didn't remember if I gave that.
Yeah, is everyone planning to attend this?
I'd like to go. Is there a limit though? I mean, budgetary constraints?
No, we haven't done much of anything, so. So Heather, May 21st.
Okay. Good. So you can see the,
Heather mentioned, did you want to attend the other?
Yeah, I wanted to go to the streamlining the budget process, but I think that's remote, so.
Is that, was that?
Saturday, May 14th, 10 to 11:30 a.m.
I don't know if that was ILA, was that from last month?
Yeah.
Was it ILA? Maybe?
Yeah, ILA trusted fund virtual workshop.
They may give me objection to me registering her for that. Sign you up.
okay. You guys
Sandy,
can,
do we need to have any, put these two Senate bills, House bill and Senate bill on our agenda for vote?
Possibly. I would leave that up to you if you want to consider either of those. I will say the Parks for Kids Act is great. It is an unfunded mandate, so you would be giving parks that normally people have to pay taxes for, so. The rules are not out yet for that, but
Perhaps when the rules are out, we can bring it to our attention then.
I can do that. And that last one would allow the board to actually hire a treasurer rather than appoint a member of the board to be treasurer.
Sandy's interested in
So it seems that park districts are able to do that presently, so there are some, especially smaller libraries that don't have anyone that experience that we're lucky to have in our treasurer.
so do we want to put this Cards for Kids on the future agenda?
Yeah, when she gets the guideline.
Oh, that would be a Jamie piece, so I'll have her manage.
All right, we are on to treasurer's report.
Like Sandy stated earlier, we do have developed a donation for a little over $17,000 for the city. What to do with it?
Secretary, do you have anything to say?
everything looks good. Definitely look good.
All right, do we have a report from the
personnel committee? Or are we just gonna wait and do that later? Really? Would personnel committee have anything to say?
It's going.
Yay, okay. Trustee comments?
I would just like to say that based on the text that was available in the reports by the department, guys, you guys are working really hard, and accomplishing a lot, and moving in some new direction. I'm excited for that. Thank you all for your hard work. And thanks to Jamie and Paul for such great reports on PLA. But I'm very excited for some of the new things that are coming on the horizon. And I'm working you and the staff very hard. Thank you.
Any other trustee comments?
Want a written PLA report from me?
It's up to the board. Do you want it, I think you could probably just give a verbal report. Want to do that? You want to do it this month or you do it a different month?
I came prepared to do it tonight.
Oh.
If you want to finish stuff, we don't have to.
Please tell us your thoughts while they're fresh.
Yeah.
They're not fresh. The few things I wrote down, like I also was really moved, as you already read from both matches and first speaker, and professional troublemaker status, which I found amusing because most of the breakouts I went to could be considered potentially troublemaking, but her questions about speaking up and saying, do I mean it? Can I defend it? Can I say it thoughtfully? And will my silence convict me when I walk out of the room? I think that's just really important for all of us to think about when we sit down and what happened to being a normal kind of rubber stamp movement and those things. I went to Layla's course first on facilitating a virtual high school program, which is interesting. This I just read about. And I also went to a webinar presented by the same people last week at home. So it was, I really enjoyed it. It basically gets adults through high school to a real diploma. And the way they presented it is saying it's especially good because for adults who did not have a good experience in school, they can come to a library where they already feel comfortable and where this is a place where people want to help me instead of this is a place where I have been traumatized. So, and 76% of them go on to higher education or certification or something like that. So I love that presentation. And the community donates the scholarship. So I went to a course in giving easier access to small businesses owned by marginalized persons, people of color. And the one that I think, did you write the credit on the naturalization, the mock citizenship one? Or was that- Yeah, I went- we were both in that one.
It was really good.
So, as a World Relief volunteer, that's very big in my heart. So. And the other one I really remember was going to one that I'm making the library a place of joy. I was like, who doesn't need that?
Right.
now? And they weren't really informative in terms of how do you do that, but it was more a give and take from people all over the room. To make the library a place of joy. And they talked about immersive and experiential art and outdoor programs. Somebody talked about, having a s'mores and story time outside in the evening. I don't know if the library will do that, but they said it was really well received.
How about art projects?
Yeah, creating a space that relays the sounds and joyful colors, and I just thought, yeah. Not saying it's not at all, but the work on highlighting joy. Places in the library. Anyway, there are a few I still want to listen to that were virtual that I haven't gotten to because I can't break into the app again, but I will do it.
Very good.
Thank you, Jill.
We're glad you got to go.
Yeah, after all this time.
Yeah, can't say that I'm glad that my father-in-law passed before, so I could go, but, you know, it was gonna happen. So, yeah, I loved it.
Thanks for sharing.
Where was this at? Where did you go?
And the next one in 2 years is where?
Next year is Columbus.
2 years, Columbus, Ohio. right?
Yeah.
Where is it again? Columbus, Ohio. We like that.
Okay, yes.
Silicon Valley.
I wanted to comment that I'm happy that we've had some people go to PLA to the censorship thing. And, you know, how it's affecting the libraries. We know of one library already around here is being just destroyed because of this. And it seems to be a big issue. And I'm glad we've had some people went to find out some strategies and things. I guess so far we haven't been dealing with it, but who knows, it's starting in the area.
We do, I think, Paul could tell you, but we do get questions from time to time. But I have to say, Paul and his team tend to handle those just kind of as an informative discussion, informal discussion. And explain what our policies are and how we select items, and generally that helps people to understand what our role is in selecting materials.
Everybody's freedoms and liberties to choose what they want,
Yeah,
not
so,
for us to judge what they do and don't do.
right, for the most part, people understand. And I think a lot of times people are just curious, like, what is happening and why are people talking about this?
I mean, we know one library already where they're destroying it. And happy to see so far we're not dealing with that.
Right.
Okay, any other items for information or discussion?
Well, there's one thing. I got about halfway through my Open Meetings Act training, and then I couldn't get in anymore, and I thought that maybe that was because they turned it off, but I find out that the PAC website is presently being repaired, and therefore the OMA electronic training, as well as the Freedom of Information Act electronic training, are inaccessible.
Yeah.
When was
And
this?
whereas there is no set completion date for the website repairs at this time, we should note that public body members and designees are not penalized for failure to complete the electronic training within the statute. So we'll see you next year.
So when did this happen? When did you try to?
Right
do this?
around at the end of March, I guess. So it just kind of folded up and walked away, and what with all the other things that Illinois ought to be concerning itself with, I don't think that.
And I put in my library email and they said it was not a good email.
You might have to register.
Well,
first.
I got that, and then I figured, well, okay, maybe it's there later, so I'll sign on as somebody else. And then they'll think I was a new appointee and they'll let me go in. But that didn't work out either. That turns out that it was for Dingle, but it wasn't put as a banner on the site. I had to go in and look for alternative stuff on the internet, and the direction that I received was that there is this issue with the training, along with other stuff.
So they emailed you that?
No, I had to go out and seek it myself. They were not forthcoming with it.
So that's just a screenshot?
Yeah, I will pass it around for the edification of.
Something I
So
don't have to do.
that was the case most of last year and earlier this year. And my understanding is that has been fixed.
Well, not as of whatever you
Not
tried to
as
do
of.
it.
What's the date from your?
There's no date on here, but this says copyright 2020, Illinois Attorney General.
Rick, when did you encounter it?
I kind of, I think it was the 1st of April. I thought maybe it was April Fool's joke, but I still couldn't get in.
I couldn't either.
I couldn't try.
Okay,
They
well,
kept
I
saying
haven't
my
tried yet.
email was
I
not
figured I had till,
I will email them and see.
Okay,
I'll call them tomorrow.
well, we are gonna go ahead and move into closed session.
I move that we go into closed session for the purpose of, as allowed by 5 ILCS 120/2, C, paren 1, for the purpose of the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity.
Thank you so much again, Heather, Director, Dr. Trustee Stuff.
So, and that's it. So,
Sandy second?
Yeah, Sandy said. Okay, so we need to do a roll call vote. Sure.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Congratulations, Shannon.
Thank you very much.
Oh, to go into, okay.
we have it.
How many do you take?
Director, Trustee Stuff,
Aye.
Trustee Lazan.
Aye.
Trustee Warren.
Bye.
Trustee Ratzika.
Aye.
Trustee Richardson. Trustee Pita. Trustee DeRosa votes aye. We are in closed session.
Well, first we turn it off. Okay, now we're in closed session. Which
minute?
is at Okay, so now we are back into open session at 8:51. And so now we need another roll call of who is here.
Trustee Stowe,
Here,
trustee Lazan. Here. Trustee Warren,
Present.
trustee Rizika.
Present.
Trustee Richardson.
Here.
Trustee Pika.
Present.
Trustee DeRocher is here and Director Whitmer. All right, entertaining a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
I moved to.
The motion was made by trustee Lazan and seconded by trustee Warren. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.
at 8:51.
Still?
All right. Do you want me to-
Oh, my God.